Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm your host, Rick Heath. With me, Al Eschbach, and we are at the Louis Brookhaven in Norman. Great place to come, part of the Hal Smith Restaurant Group. All kinds of Louis all over the metro area. Great food, great drinks. Al, it's OU Texas week, but it's a very different OU Texas week.
Oh, it's night and day from no state fair to 24,000 people for the first time since 1998. Neither team ranked. Both teams have been major disappointments. So it is what it is.
You know, and it's going to be so strange because there's no state fair. I mean, people go there for the spectacle. Not only has it been a great game nationwide, but for the spectacle, the fair, all the things that are trappings and all that, there's probably 80,000 in the stands and another 80,000 at the fair.
Yeah, it's bizarre, is it not? It just, and I've been down there in the 2001 season, the Cotton Bowl, with no state fair, and it's not a pretty sight.
Well, you know, it's so different not to have the trappings and such. You know, and it's also different, as you mentioned, for the first time since 1998, neither team is ranked.
Yeah. And Oklahoma's at a point now where the season is a disappointment. Now we're going to see if it becomes a disaster.
That's where it teeters at.
Yeah.
It's teetering on a disappointment so far, but if they beat Texas, there's a chance they can reclaim the season.
It's still going to be a disappointment because they're not going to the Big 12 championship.
Oh yeah, they're not going to. But I'm saying it could be the disaster you're talking about.
Was it Texas, Oklahoma State?
Yes, yeah. And, you know, and you're playing TCU the week after.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the kind of things that that snowball can roll down the hill much faster, or the snowball kind of
get some momentum and get some positive stuff going.
Yeah, you know, and so this is a huge game for OU. I would say probably the biggest challenge in the Lincoln Riley era.
I agree. I totally agree because the players know, okay, zero chance we're going to play in the 14 playoffs, which that's what they realistically thought before the season. Very little chance of playing for a Big 12 championship. So this is just after the first two conference games.
Yeah, you know, and so now the direction of this program will pivot around OU Texas.
Yeah, for the rest of the season.
For the rest of this season.
They haven't lost three straight first three conference games since 1998.
So that remains to be seen, and there are some problems that we're going to discuss, and we're discussing them right now from Louis Brookhaven in Norman. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath. We'll be right back after this.
Dr. Victoria Johnson and the staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic have always prioritized the health and safety of our patients. Now we have taken a major step forward with the addition of ultraviolet C disinfectant treatment. Plus, we will continue to regularly sanitize all surfaces for added peace of mind. Laser Light is here to safely provide a variety of products, services, and treatments, all to help reveal the beauty within you. Call us today or visit laserlightsc.com to schedule your complimentary consultation.
Hey, I want to introduce a new sponsor of Oklahoma Golf, Prairie Wolf Spirits of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Great local company, and they're distilling their own spirits right there in Guthrie, downtown Guthrie, and they are a new sponsor, and I want to salute them, Prairie Wolf Spirits. Now, hey, golfers, every golfer likes their club special, right? So have an Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka. Try a new drink when you're finished with golf and your club special, Prairie Wolf Spirits Vodka Club Special. If your club does not have it, ask your club to carry Prairie Wolf Spirits and have an Oklahoma Club Special.
There's a lot to love about the Trails Golf Club.
It's the golf.
Yeah, the golf.
It's the grill.
This is really cool!
It's the golf, of course.
It really is the golf. Come check out our sizzling summer membership specials at the Trails Golf Club.
And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath here from Louis, Brookhaven. Al, this year's been so different. I mean, the whole world's year's different, okay? But we're trying to focus here on the little bit of the sports part of it. This, for the first time, OU seems to be more than just an adjustment or two away.
Yeah, and players making plays. I mean, we got to again. We can say adjustments, but you got to penalties, interference calls. I mean, you can't have that. You can't throw an interception when the game's on the line. I mean, that's so. Coach, you got to be blamed, but these players better be blamed too.
Well, the players have to be held accountable. There is no doubt about it. And that to me, that's a part that. I mean, the defense, and we're going to talk about that first. Generally, we talk offense, but we're going to talk defense first. Generally, this year, the defense has played well on occasion. And then against Kansas State, they gave up 5 big plays.
And I don't understand why he doesn't try some different players. The same players been burned here for the last couple of years. I don't understand. And there was a tweet from a couple of defensive backs that said, "Free me." Obviously, they're not happy what they see out there. So,
well, hasn't the recruiting been good enough that there are competent backups on the bench?
Should be, yes, absolutely.
Or is it just a coaching decision not to try to play them?
I gather it's Lincoln Riley said we're going to keep these going with the same people.
I mean, and that puzzles every fan because you see the same mistakes being made by the same players. The lack of tackling, the interference, the wide open receivers because they can't cover.
And on some, it's not Buki's fault. He's 5'8", 5'9", so coach is back here and goes, you know what, the good guys owe you. I'm going to put my tall guy out there. It's a mismatch.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie Kohler for Iowa State, 6'6".
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be playing on Sundays in the NFL, and you get him out there, and you've got a 5'8" guy, that's out there, and as good as a 5'8" guy is, as high as he can jump, he's still at a mismatch because Kohler can go up higher, and he's got to, in order for that completion not to happen, he's either got to get up higher than Kohler and knock it down or interfere.
Well, and then, they bring back the kick, that change momentum. Kick the ball in the end zone.
Yes.
Right?
Well, and that's the other thing is this has been disappointment on all 3 sides of the ball. The offense has been a disappointment. The defense has been certainly a disappointment. But special teams.
Yeah.
I say that special teams, the 2 big plays, the punt block against Kansas State gave Kansas State momentum.
No doubt. Actually, and the same thing.
Same thing with Iowa State.
Same thing.
OU goes down some scores, gets the momentum, gets the lead, and all of a sudden they give up an 89-yard kickoff.
Same thing, absolutely.
So,
right.
I mean, that's special teams. So it's not, it's easy to say, well, the defense has got to play better, which it does. The offense has got to play better, which it does. But special teams has been just as big a problem. And that's never happened at OU that I can remember.
No, it is. It's now, they got a great field goal kicker.
Yes.
And I love the freshman. I love him bringing back punts and everything, but you getting the punt block and letting that kick return, it kills you.
And those are the kind of things. Those are hard to overcome. Because that's a momentum killer. And how many times has Texas swapped the momentum by returning a kick? A kickoff or something like that. Just about in a hard-fought game, Texas has returned a couple of them in the last 5 years where it changed momentum and either gave them the victory or gave them back in the game.
Yeah, they got like I said, a great field goal kicker, and the other parts I don't know.
That's the only thing about it. I mean, the punt, if you can't cover them, put it on out of bounds, and the kickoffs, kick it in the end zone.
Yeah.
One or the other. But don't give them a chance to return it just when you got the momentum.
And these guys, obviously, if they're a bust, if they bust, give other people chances.
See, and that to me, the fans will want to see at least try the other players. And if they make the same mistake, okay, then it's systematic. But if it's just the same players making the same mistakes,
makes no sense.
Several years ago, when they were playing, I want to say Iowa State at home, they kept making that 8 to 10 yard out pass. And
against Baylor.
Against Baylor. It was against Baylor. You're right, against Baylor. And Baylor just marched down the field
Absolutely.
doing that, and everybody's going, okay, why don't you try something else? And instead, they just gave them that
That's
cushion.
what I want to see this weekend, if they try different people, what they do.
And what happens. But anyway, it's going to be a big question mark. You'll be down in Dallas with your radio show, and a lot of people will be staying home this year. For the first time, watching it from home.
I'm going to be really interested to see how many people go down there without ticket just to party. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
See, all of a sudden the party atmosphere has kind of been deflated.
Yeah.
It used to always be, we always went down Friday night, you had it at the hotel, hang out.
Well, and it's also social distancing going on.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of been deflated. I'm more interested to see the game than the other part.
So am I.
Yeah, and so, anyway, we are at Louis Brookhaven in Norman. The OU football preview show will return right after this.
Dr. Victoria Johnson and the staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic have always prioritized the health and safety of our patients. Now we have taken a major step forward with the addition of ultraviolet C disinfectant treatment. Plus, we will continue to regularly sanitize all surfaces for added peace of mind. Laser Light is here to safely provide a variety of products, services, and treatments, all to help reveal the beauty within you. Call us today or visit laserlightsc.com to schedule your complimentary consultation.
Hey, I want to introduce a new sponsor of Oklahoma Golf, Prairie Wolf Spirits of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Great local company, and they're distilling their own spirits right there in Guthrie, downtown Guthrie, and they are a new sponsor, and I want to salute them, Prairie Wolf Spirits. Now, hey, golfers, every golfer likes their club special, right? So have an Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka. Try a new drink when you're finished with golf and your club special, Prairie Wolf Spirits Vodka Club Special. If your club does not have it, ask your club to carry Prairie Wolf Spirits and have an Oklahoma Club Special. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Louis Brookhaven here in Norman. Al, it just occurred to me this past week after watching it, I don't remember a situation like this with OU where, with an exception of, maybe one or two teams, OU could either lose to every team still on their schedule or win every game.
They can't lose to Kansas.
Well, I wouldn't think so. That's what I said, with the exception.
With the exception of Kansas.
With the exception of Kansas.
I agree. I totally agree.
This season is that far or that much on
And the sad thing, like if they beat Texas, they're favored. They're gonna be favored every game this year.
Yes.
They were favored
All
for the
rest
last
of
2
it.
weeks, though.
Yes. Yeah, will they be? See, and that, to me, that's, and we've always, in the past, OU's always had one side of the ball you could depend on for the most part. They either had a really good defense and the offense had to be covered up, or they had a really good offense, which is the last 4 or 5 years, and the defense had to be covered up. This year, neither one are firing on all cylinders.
No. I don't understand the offensive line. It's the same players last year that were really good.
Well, and that's the
And
question.
some of the running backs aren't as good, so we'll point that out
I was
right
getting
away.
ready to say, maybe it's because of, they're instead of getting 8 to 10 yards, which Kennedy Brooks was averaging 8 to 9 yards a carry, instead of getting 8 to 10, they're getting 3 to 5.
Yeah.
And maybe some of that's on the running backs.
I don't think they've had a gain of over 15 yards in a running game by a back.
And that's unbelievable.
And again, I don't understand. You could see Spencer Rattler could run. I don't understand not having a running game for him. I just don't.
Especially in lieu of nothing else working.
Right. It's exactly right. You could, instead of down on the goal line, run an option. I mean, do something. And also, they get down to the goal line, 4th to the foot, not one time ever, unless it puts the game away with a few seconds left, not go for it. I mean,
they have to.
The defense ain't good enough to stop
They
people.
have to go for it. They can't just go ahead.
I was shocked.
Yes.
Shocked.
I mean, at any point, 4th and short, at any point from the 45 to the on in,
and that's what Lincoln's up against. I realize probably you got a young quarterback. The offensive line isn't playing as well, whatever. But you got to go. And Lincoln's always got.
At this point, with the season on the line, you got to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This season is on the line Saturday and Dallas.
Absolutely.
That's the way the bottom line is right now, because it's very easy for, if they get beat by Texas, they can get beat by TCU the next week.
Go south.
And then everything just starts spiraling down.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Okay, let's go on the other side of that and say, okay, how do they win? How does OU win this weekend?
Well, you're a better team, so you should win.
I know, but how?
Don't make mistakes. Don't have a long kickoff back. Don't throw an interception there at the end of the game when you drive to try to score up.
To make it.
And don't give up the big plays on defense.
So, those are all those things. To me, I'm going to try to simplify it. Be able to run the ball.
And the quarterback should be a huge part, because the quarterback has led men rushing the last few years.
And I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But they've got to be able to run the ball.
Well, they got to make stops on defense. I mean,
well, yeah, but right now that's a question mark. That's a bigger question mark.
Have them punt 2 or 3 times. That's it. They did a good job early in the first half holding the field goals. If you do that, you're going to feel great.
Yes, because I think this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a shootout. So what you're going to have to do is, to me, the OU offense has to win this game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree. They have to win the game.
So in order to win the game, they're going to have to hold their own in the offensive line. And I mean, it's too much now to say dominate, because they're not going to be able to dominate. But they got to hold their own. They got to get some yardage running, and they got to protect Spencer Rattler. Last week, Texas got to the TCU quarterback 11 times. That can't happen Saturday.
No, that cannot happen.
Because if that happens, number one, Spencer Rattler's going to be on his heels running for his life, and number two, somebody's going to get hurt.
Well, that's why you call some quarterback droids and things like that. When you're rushing, that's how you attack those blitzes.
Let's see. Let's go old school and say screenplay.
Yeah.
What's happened to it? There's never been we haven't had a screenplay at OU in what? I mean, hey, I'm not a genius.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley's an offensive genius. I'm giving him that. But you got to do something to change it up.
They got to figure it up.
They got to change it up.
They got to figure
quarterback
some things out.
run play? That's fine. Get the quarterback involved? Fine. All right, screenplays?
Run some option.
Run option? Whatever. You got to come out with a different game plan this week.
Yeah,
if you've been holding back, there's no reason to hold back anymore.
No, if you were holding back, that was stupid, because
you lost 2 games.
this team isn't good enough. So it'll be interesting. This game, as you said, is so important for the psyche of this team, because it could go south really, really quickly.
Hey, speaking of going south, come south to Norman. Louis, Brookhaven's where we are. Great place, great food, great drinks, always available at Louis. The 14 Louis throughout the metro area. Find one near you. Louis Neighborhood Bar is just that, your neighborhood bar. And if you're there, ask for Prairie Wolf Spirits. Prairie Wolf Spirits are the sponsor of the show, and they have wonderful, wonderful drinks. And since it's football, they have Prairie Wolf Dark, which is a dark liqueur, much like Kahlua. It's a coffee flavored for hot chocolate, for coffee, all of that. Ask for Prairie Wolf Dark, and it will make your coffee, hot chocolate, or your special drinks that much more special. Prairie Wolf Spirits, Guthrie, Oklahoma. We'll be right back.
Dr. Victoria Johnson and the staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic have always prioritized the health and safety of our patients. Now we have taken a major step forward with the addition of ultraviolet C disinfectant treatment. Plus, we will continue to regularly sanitize all surfaces for added peace of mind. Laser Light is here to safely provide a variety of products, services, and treatments, all to help reveal the beauty within you. Call us today or visit laserlightsc.com to schedule your complimentary consultation.
Hey, I want to introduce a new sponsor of Oklahoma Golf, Prairie Wolf Spirits of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Great local company, and they're distilling their own spirits right there in Guthrie, downtown Guthrie, and they are a new sponsor, and I want to salute them, Prairie Wolf Spirits. Now, hey, golfers, every golfer likes their club special, right? So have an Oklahoma club special made with Prairie Wolf vodka. Try a new drink when you're finished with golf, and your club special, Prairie Wolf Spirits Vodka Club Special. If your club does not have it, ask your club to carry Prairie Wolf Spirits and have an Oklahoma Club Special.
There's a lot to love about the Trails Golf Club.
It's the golf.
Yeah, the golf.
It's the grill.
It's a swimming pool.
It's the golf, of course.
It really is the golf. Come check out our sizzling summer membership specials at the Trails Golf Club.
And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath from Louis Brookhaven here in Norman. Great place. Food, drink, nothing over $10. Except for a couple wonderful specials that they have now. But it's a great place for food and drink and to watch your favorite sporting event at your nearest neighborhood Louis. Al, OU defense. I mean, everybody is questioning what the heck's going on. In order for them to win Saturday, I think there is one thing and one thing only that might give them a chance, and that is stopping Ellinger's run game.
Yeah, make him throw the ball. Last week he was under 100 throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Completion rate, which in this day and age is terrible. And he ain't running the ball like he used to. I don't know why they're not. They are just not running him like he was.
Grinch had him down last year. He kept him to -9 yards.
I think over years he's not as effective. He's gotten bigger, and I think he's gotten slower.
Well, I think that too, but he's a bruising runner.
Yeah.
And that's part of their game.
They did a
That's
great,
one of their biggest parts of their game is running him.
It hasn't been this season.
It has. Well, I know. So, but if they can limit that
and not let him take off when you got coverage, scrambles and things like that.
Yes.
Containment on him. And you're right. The run game on third, they did a great job. So you whatever you did last year, do the same thing.
Yes, and hope you have the same result.
Absolutely.
Now. Ellinger is a competent passer. He's not a great passer.
No, like I said, under 50% last week is bad. If he and even last year he was inconsistent throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Really not like the year before. So we'll see what he does. But if he gets going, he's a tough guy.
He is.
And that's the edge. What they have right now in the last minute of the game, who do you want driving the team down the field? Ellinger or Rattler?
A Rattler.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, nothing against Spencer Rattler.
No.
But he's going to be there.
Absolutely.
He's going to be there, but he's not there yet.
Absolutely.
Last week, they were driving the ball down, and he throws the interception.
Right.
They had a chance to go ahead and take the lead and he throws the interception.
And I love him. He is going to be a star. He's going to
is.
be the key with how great he's going to be. The intangibles, like late in the game situations.
Yes.
But I have total belief in Rattler.
And he's going to be there. Is he there now? Not all the way.
Right.
Not all the way.
But he's 70%.
He he's 70%
right.
there, 75.
And we're so spoiled here with the
I know.
last three quarterbacks.
Well, and Jalen Hurts was a different kind of quarterback. He did it with his legs.
And completed 67% of passes and completed passes the last minute game, which Rattler has not done yet.
Well, that's the growing part.
Right.
That's the growing part that Rattler
In the
needs.
fourth quarter, they've tied or behind, whatever. In 6 possessions, they scored 1 touchdown. In other years,
yeah, they would have done better. So, all right. So on defense, OU needs to stop Ellinger and keep him boxed up and make him throw the ball.
yes, absolutely,
Okay. All right.
absolutely.
On offense,
and don't let Tex have a running game.
yes, that's the
Don't-
thing.
yeah.
Because if they do, then they'll just pound
But-
you and
yeah.
pound you and pound you.
Yeah, so that's critical.
Yeah, that's critical. Okay, on offense, just like we talked about
Gotta
there.
have a running game. Gotta have a running game.
You got to have a running game. If that means Spencer Rattler's got to run the ball 10, 12 times, so be it.
absolutely.
So be it.
Absolutely.
So be it. What they need.
That's just like they did with Hurts and Kyler Murray. They
Yes.
were in 10, 12 times.
Right. I mean, who brought him back? Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
With that
They
77.
were dead. They were gone. Everybody. In fact, I left the press box to do my post-game show. All of a sudden, I look at the score. What happened? And that's it. Kyler Murray went
Yes.
crazy. Yeah.
So that's the run game we're talking
Absolutely.
about. Now, is Spencer Rattler Kyler Murray? No. Don't pretend to be.
But he's really fast, and I'm sure he can make people miss.
And he's a good runner.
He's a really good runner.
He's a good runner.
He's
He
a
was
good
the number
runner.
1 5-star run pass quarterback in the country.
That's exactly
So
right.
he's got running
Dangerous.
ability.
Yeah.
So they got to get him involved. They got to get a run game. They've got to average more than 2.8 yards per carry.
And I think if they get the run game with him going out sort of things, it's going to open up the entire run game.
Yes, and then when the safeties start coming in to help protect on the run game, boom, over the top completions for long gains, which we haven't had that many of. Now, Charleston Rambo's been behind them a couple times in the game so far, but not consistently. That's got to be included too. But first thing, it comes with the run game.
Absolutely. Then you can do play action.
Okay, all right. Now that's all. We've got the defense solved. Stop Ellinger. Stop the run game. We got the offense solved. What are we going to do about special teams?
Well, you still got the great field goal kick, so you got the edge in that.
Yeah.
Kick the ball in the end zone on kickoffs. That solves that problem right there.
And kick the ball near the sideline on your punts.
So, and for the most part, over the years, they haven't had many punts blocked.
They haven't, but I mean, it was a bad thing.
Oh,
when
it's a
happened.
bad.
That
And
cost
when
them
it
the game.
happens, that's another thing. Or when the special team mistakes happen in a game.
So they have to do that. But you're right. How many games in this series has come down to field goals? A ton. Okay, so Burking is if you believe in any side of the ball, you do believe in Burking.
Although also over the years when it's come down to field goals, Texas has hit them.
They've hit them because Artie last year I can remember that year he had a
Gibbs'
chance.
first year. Yeah, Gibbs' first year.
Hey, right down the heart, and then the wind just pushes it off. Oh, you would have won the game.
And how many did Texas kick to win games over the years? It's been unbelievable.
So going into it this year, at least Burking is the plus on that.
Absolutely.
All right, so finalize your prediction.
I'm going to go OU 45-42.
I'm thinking 39-37. That's going to be, to me and you, it's going to be a shootout offensively. And it's going to be, what you got to do is you got to score more than them. It's a simple thing to say, hard thing to do. For Al Eschbach, I'm Rick Heath. We'll see you next time on the OU Football Preview Show.